Hi, I'm Father Chris Alar of the Marian Fathers here at the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy, and welcome to Ask a Marian. Normally we pick out a single question and we state what it is, but this one, so many people have asked us regarding Mary. What is her role? Why do we pray to her? Why do we honor her? All these are great questions. So you know what? We're going to lump it all together, and we're going to ask the question, why do we love Mary? And to help us answer that, we're going to turn to a good friend of our Marian community, Father Looney, out of the Diocese of Green Bay, and let him give us the answer to why we love Mary.
Hello, my name is Father Edward Looney, a priest of the Diocese of Green Bay and a host of the podcast, How They Love Mary. I'm not a Marian of the Immaculate Conception, but I am a Marian priest, and I almost was a Marian of the Immaculate Conception. I actually went on a come and see retreat, and I applied to join, but decided that God was calling me to stay closer to home and to be a priest where I grew up in the Diocese of Green Bay. And a question that I often get, especially as a Marian theologian from people, especially parishioners, sometimes they say to me, why do you love Mary so much and why should I love Mary? And it's a great question. For me, one of the reasons why I love Mary so much is that I've seen how powerful her intercession has been in my life. And we see that all throughout time and history. Why should we love Mary? Because people over and over and over again have turned to her intercession. They've gone to her shrines, they've lit candles in her honor, they've invoked her many titles, and they receive graces in abundance. I go to lots of shrines throughout the world, and what I see there are crutches left behind. I see plaques on the wall saying, I received this grace here. And so one of the reasons why we love Mary is because we know it works. That if we love her, God gives us something in abundance through her intercession, through her mediation of grace. Perhaps most importantly, one of the reasons why we should love Mary is because Jesus himself did. And we can extend that, especially in the year of St. Joseph, and that Joseph loved his wife. And so in imitation of Jesus, in imitation of St. Joseph, we love Mary just as them. St. Paul says, be imitators of Christ. Well, if you want to imitate Christ, honor and love his mother. Moses received the 10 Commandments, honor thy father and mother. And we've come to realize that from the cross, Jesus gave Mary to us as our mother, as our spiritual mother. And so we love her now because Jesus said, behold your mother. And every day we behold her in that way. I host this podcast, How They Love Mary, and there are so many different manifestations of Marian devotion. It's not just the rosary, it's not just sacramentals, but there's so many different ways that we can learn from holy men and women, from the saints who have lived their lives before us, and as we follow them, read the lives of the saints and you'll find out that they loved the Blessed Mother. And if they loved her, then why shouldn't we? Truly, Mary is our friend, she is our mother, she is our intercessor, she is worthy of being loved by us because so many throughout church history have loved her. I always think of St. John Paul II. His mother dies, he goes to the church, and he prays in front of that image and says, Mary, you must be a mother to me now. And throughout his entire life, he was captured by the love of Mary. He read True Devotion to Mary by St. Louis de Montfort, which totally transformed his life. And he totally gave his life to Jesus through Mary. And if it's good enough for one of the greatest popes in our Catholic Church, it's good enough for us too. If you have any hesitancy about Marian devotion, about why you should love her, I'd encourage you to explore the rich history of our church and to ask Jesus how he wants you to love his mother, because I'm sure that's what he wants for you. I'm Father Edward Looney, and this has been Ask a Marian, where we answer that question, why should I love the Blessed Mother? I hope that you'll tune in next time for another episode of Ask a Marian, and may God bless you today and always.